Welcome to Whistleblowers in partnership with Wix Trade Pro. Coming up.
If Arteta doesn't win the league this year, what will you be saying on Troopz TV?
I'm not Arteta in. I'm still Arteta out because the job's not done.
I am fed up of VAR talking about this high level of intervention. If somebody told me that's a penalty last night, then thank God I'm not refereeing anymore because the game has gone.
Welcome to Whistleblowers, the podcast. As tradition dictates, we've got the finest referee to work in Saudi Arabia. Tax dodging superhero is Mark Clattenburg.
How would you say tax dodging? I still pay tax.
Just not very much of it.
Just not very much.
So I'm paying your share.
Yeah.
After last week.
We've got a journalist sitting to my left-hand side who never misses a story like a referee not paying tax. See you later, man.
So, hello, guys. So, I was watching something on social media the other day, and a Mark Clattenburg clip came up. It must have been one of his
finest moments.
Must have been one of the 4 decisions he got right in the 20 years.
On OnlyFans.
You're the only referee I know who looks younger and thinner now than when you were refereeing.
It's amazing, brother.
Yeah, it's actually true.
You know what? It's not the stress anymore.
You know,
I think the stress
made you fat.
It must have aged us.
we've got the voice of Greg's on the sofa.
Bag some joy.
And then we've got the bloody walking embodiment of what's it called?
You've got to remember the gladiators. We have 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I've been doing that all
What's
week.
the weight loss jab called? Is Emery?
No, Managerial.
No, Managerial.
They were too quick off the mark there, weren't you?
Managerial, man.
Anyway, lads, we are here to talk about football. We've got an absolutely brilliant guest today because we've got the dying media of print embodied by me and Ian Ladyman. Yeah. We've got the future of TV and sport with the Ballers League and Mark Clattenburg. But actually, we've got a man with 330,000 subscribers, formerly a star of Arsenal TV. He was also on Barstool Sports, which is a massive, massive organisation. So big is this guy that he left them behind to go on his own. It's Troopz TV. Hello, Troopz.
No, big up, man. That was probably
330,000.
That's the best intro I've ever had, you know.
Yes.
And even I've got on my brethren's podcast. You man are idiots, blood. I need this type of intro. That was yeah, man.
Goes downhill from here.
Yeah,
let's get it dealt with really quickly, Troopz. When you saw Kieran Tierney from 20 yards side foot in a bobbling ball beautifully for Scotland, did you think, why did we let him go?
Tierney's my boy.
Great player.
Yeah, man, baller. He gave me part of the team that won us our last trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was very disappointed when he left, I'm not going to lie. And I was happy for him because he deserves it.
Do you know, here we are, 90 seconds into the podcast.
I've broken my record.
Scotland chat already.
Yeah, but these men ain't really done a lot in it for a long time, so it's about time he has a little chest in it.
Well, he's got to mention John McGinn yet. So.
I'll come to that. He's got a Rottweiler called Benji, Kieran Tierney, right? And he feeds it raw chicken carcasses. And he's got a gun that fires it into the distance and the dog goes and eats the chicken. So if you're a burglar and you're listening, don't go out to North London.
Don't pull up with Tierney, blood.
Don't go, because Tierney will batter you, then the dog's going to eat you.
That's what I'm saying about it.
Troopz, right? Is this the best Arsenal team since the Invincibles, do you think?
Probably.
It is, isn't it?
Individuals, probably not. Mm-hmm. Individuals, I'll probably look at that Fabregas team.
Who gets in that team from this team now?
From the Fabregas team?
No, from the team now, if you had the Invincibles, who would get in?
Saka over
Mars.
Saka over Invincibles, over Ljungberg.
Find a way.
Saka's
maybe on the bench
to get him in.
Do you know what? It's probably Gabriel. Gabriel over Toure. You know what I mean? Because Toure was quality, but Toure was a midfielder converted into a defender.
Yeah.
Whereas Gabriel's a natural defender. Yeah. And I think him and Campbell, the goal differentiary where the Chelsea record, I think we could have gone better than them before. Because they broke it the year after.
Yeah.
But with a defence of Campbell and Gabriel, ain't no one getting through that. You got Ashley Cole, who was the greatest left back at that time in the world.
Yeah.
Lauren, one of the top right backs that we've seen in the Premier League. Another one that was converted from right midfield to a right back. I think Gabriel's probably the only one because you got Vieira, you got Gilberto. You're talking about 2 World Cup winners.
Declan Rice ahead of Gilberto?
No chance.
Goalkeeper?
Jens Lehmann.
Just putting it out.
We're talking about the madman. You know what I mean? You don't go in his box, bro. You understand?
Lehmann Raya?
Yeah,
right. It's that.
You could easily put them two together, couldn't you?
Yeah,
you could easily swap them.
No,
I wouldn't say easy because Lehmann was more commanding of his box.
Yeah,
whereas Raya's Raya's a bit. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what's he doing here? What's he thinking? Mm-hmm. Lehmann had that as well, but Lehmann was more. Yeah. He's more going for a player. It's not like an error he's making.
Yeah.
Like the whole Drogba thing.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he pushed, when him dropped and then Drogba hit him and then he dropped. That's what Lehman's on. Whereas Raya trying to go to the halfway line and get involved.
Yeah,
Also, I think there's an
Lehman
argument
was
now-
soft.
There's an argument now for Raya to be the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Previously it's been Alisson, Edison. Obviously Edison's gone now.
Yeah, Alisson's out.
Alisson has had a few injuries. I think Raya has improved enormously in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he has.
Troopz.
I rated him.
But he's got good people in front of him as well. That makes a huge difference if you've got quality players in front of you.
You're comfortable and it gives you that confidence.
Yeah.
And I think that works with both.
Best Arsenal team you refereed?
Would have been that Fabregas era.
Yeah.
They had.
Were they easy to referee? Because they had a bit of edge to them, didn't they? They were
I was
quite
going to
nippy.
say, like,
It weren't difficult, especially when you were refereeing them at the Emirates.
Who was in your ear in that team?
Cess would be there thereabouts.
Gallas.
Yeah, no, Gallas was fine.
Was he?
Yeah, for them. It was just Arsenal at that period were always trying to be the perfect team, and the amount of passes that they would do, we would get accused we weren't not fit enough, but our stats from Prozone when you were refereeing Arsenal games was so low.
There was a
We
lot of
wouldn't do
times
it
I'd be
much
like, the
running
referee
because it
couldn't
was
keep
just
up with the
pass.
Yeah.
You know, it was like the Barcelona that. And Arsenal wanted to score that perfect goal, wasn't it? They would never shoot from outside the box.
No.
And they would never play that long ball.
So when you were refereeing Stoke then, were you up and down?
With Stoke Arsenal, one way and one the other. Stand on one half and then run the next.
I was
Yeah.
talking to somebody recently around Thomas Tuchel's staff actually with England, who was saying that they think that Arsenal are the best team in Europe now. And one of the reasons is because they think there's so many different ways to win a game or score a goal.
Yeah.
They said essentially Arsenal can do anything they want now. They can score a goal however they want to score a goal.
So let's do that then. Top of the league, 30 points, right? Nearly perfect record against the Big Six. And it's an amazingly deep squad, as I was saying, 2 players pretty much for every position now. So do you think a treble, it's funny, isn't it, with City, everyone started talking about the treble early in the season, but it's not even really getting a mention at the moment, but you're in there, surely, with that depth in your squad.
One game at a time.
Oh,
One game
And
at a
Arsenal
time.
Sounds like Arteta.
You have to take
you've
it.
gone corporate there.
No, it's not even corporate. It's that I've got PTSD. PTSD is real. You know what I mean? It is real. Like we've been in this position the last couple of times in a few seasons, and we've kind of, I wouldn't say bottled it, but we haven't got it over the line.
Post-traumatic Saliba disorder.
Yeah, like if Saliba goes out, you know what happens.
That's what happened.
Yeah, you know, it's literally like he went out
changed
and
the season.
It changed the whole season. The whole momentum shifted. Yeah. The error started creeping into the game, but like you said, now we're in a better position. Arteta's more experienced. The players are more experienced. It's a better squad. They're older. They're wiser. It's just keep your feet on the ground. Work to Haaland. Stay humble.
They're not winning
and
the
just.
treble.
They're not going to win the treble.
No, they won't win the treble.
That's why when people talk about treble, I'm like, well, one game at a time. Like I've seen my club win doubles.
Yeah.
98, 02. I've never seen a treble. You know what I mean? So
The psychological pressure they will feel at the back end of this season, if they are still where we think they will be at the top of the league. The psychological pressure after failing to get over the line in the last 3 seasons will be enormous. And there's no way they'll handle that
And the rest of
trying
it,
to win a championship.
because you have to keep the level across the whole board. And that is difficult.
City were serial Premier League winners by the time they did
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think Arsenal now are going to go through this period where they always seem to have this wobble after Christmas.
Yeah.
I've seen so many times. I remember refereeing, it was Arsenal-Chelsea. Mertesacker got sent off.
in
And
the
everybody
15th
said
minute.
Arsenal are going to go top if they win. Chelsea were having a bad season. And this was
lost
Arsenal's
1-0.
chance to hit 1-0.
Well, actually,
and it was just always that
You raise a good
Achilles heel.
I don't think that was a Mertesacker red card though.
We'll have that question later on.
point. But you raise a
I'm
good
glad
point.
you brought that up.
Chelsea.
I was at that game. That's probably the one time that I cost you.
Wait after this.
That was the only time Arsene Wenger never said anything.
And I was in the North back going mad.
But I think you failed to beat a 10-man Chelsea the other day. Are Chelsea a bogey team? And psychologically, how damaging
I
is
wouldn't
that?
say a bogey team because they haven't beat us at their ground for 6 years. They've never beaten Arteta at Stamford Bridge. So I'd say we're more the bogey. I'd say we're more the bogey team. The last time they beat us was when they had that £100 million donkey up top, Lukaku. You know what I mean? That's the last time they've done anything. But apart from that, they ain't done nothing. Like I just think, honestly, I think they had a game plan. I think they thought this was 2007 where you can kick us out of the game.
Yeah.
And they found out that you can't kick us out of the game, bro. We'll find a way to stay in the game. Got a point. It wasn't... I was
it a missed
disappointed.
opportunity,
Yeah,
though,
I was
10 men?
disappointed because when you go down to 10 men, They lose Caicedo. That's their main guy.
Yeah.
Everything goes through him. If you stop him, you stop Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like obviously Cole Palmer's a big threat when he's there, but the main guy is everyone knows. It's like us, Rice, them Caicedo. You know, you get that out of the way. It's a much easier job. So I thought that with the Eze's, Rice, Subamendi's, they're gonna start pinging the ball about. And I saw that for like the first 3 minutes. You had the Martinelli chance, but then we kind of just went on the back foot and just said like, we're just gonna keep the ball and not really penetrate. And it was just sideways. And I remember like watching Arsenal under Wenger, and if a team went down to 10 men, bro, you're in trouble. We're plotted on the edge of your box, side, through, side, through, side, through. There's constant pressure going on. Whereas I feel that we just had the ball on the halfway line. Yeah, and we were just sideways.
I also think that if you're a big club and you go to Chelsea and you have a bad day and you come away with a draw on your bad day, that turns out to be a good day. Yeah. Liverpool went to Chelsea, had a bad day and lost. Okay, Arsenal went and had a pretty average day and got a point.
And the way Chelsea were playing, I watched them in midweek against Barcelona, and Chelsea were outstanding.
Yeah, they were good.
To a man.
Yeah.
So to go into that game and get a point, I think that's a good point.
I love that team though. I can't love that Chelsea team.
Can you not? I say
seriously, I can't. I just
Why?
can't. I can't. I'm not having the manager. I'm not having him.
Really?
Why? What is that?
Just the way he behaves.
What, in interviews or on the touchline?
On the touchline.
He's coaching players, isn't he, to lie on the ground.
And I'll preface
innit?
I'll preface this, right? There's players all around the country who are making the most of challenges all the time.
Yeah.
You watch that game, Caicedo makes the red card challenge and then rolls around like he's the one who's been shot by a sniper. Yeah. And then you get Chalobah with the thing. To be fair, there's contact. He gets a mark on his cheek, but he's rolling around. You don't roll around if you've got a proper head injury. And then you get the boy João Pedro does the same. And then you get the goalkeeper. Right at the end, the goalkeeper gets clattered by Gyökeres. Don't get me wrong, but again, rolling around as if he's been shot. That's not a coincidence.
That's coached.
That's the tactic.
It's coached.
100%.
And I hate it.
Yeah, but it's always the case when a team gets put down to 10 men, they're putting pressure on the referee to even it up.
Yeah.
Every time, what were Chelsea trying to do in that game? Get it evened up.
Every time we went in, they're surrounding him.
But that's coached. That's coached into the players.
He would do it with Man United. You'd see Keane, all of them run around. It was a culture.
I was running in the opposite direction.
Clattenburg's like, I'm doing the opposite.
I've got Chelsea fans on my social saying, yeah, but they were fouls. That's not the point. I'm not saying they weren't fouls. They were, but they weren't that.
I'm interested in Arteta post-match. I thought it was really interesting. He seemed pleased with a draw. But if you think of any other top manager, I think they would have been saying, we've missed an opportunity there to take 3 points. He didn't seem like that. Why do you think that is?
I think he's trying to just put out good vibes in the media.
Yeah.
Because what I saw was, I didn't think he was the manager to I thought it was like a Wenger. I thought he would chill, let the players play. And Wenger would always half-time, if we're down, he'll just sit everyone quiet for 5 minutes. Now you lot talk. You lot discuss what's going on. And then he'll come in and say, okay, cool. Do that, done. I thought Arteta was like that. But in the Amazon documentary, you saw that he's more of a Fergie. He's going to ras you up. He's going to kick you up the arse. He's going to cuss you. You're going to get the hairdryer treatment. So I think at full time, I could see he was angry during the game. You could see when it went 1-1, it's like he was saying all right, go. And it's like they wouldn't go. So I don't know if it was a miscommunication, but I think he probably put out that in the media to kind of protect the team, kind of keep a good vibe going so that there's not how the media is, they'll pick it up, there's tension in Arteta's unhappy, So it's maybe, I think, to keep a happy harmony.
Yeah.
And then behind the scenes, he's definitely kicking him up the arse.
I follow you, right? And I've seen you rattling Arteta in the past, haven't you? I seem to remember, right, about 2, maybe 3 years ago, you were like, get rid of this guy. I mean, who else would do a better job than he's done, do you think, in the last few years that would have been available?
So when you say available, I don't believe in this available talk now, because when I'm seeing managers being taken from jobs, I'm not hearing this whole, who's available? Because Amorim weren't available. I was an Amorim fan until he went United, but I actually said Amorim should not go United. It's a poison chalice. You're going to ruin your reputation. Don't go and just keep building that fort in Lisbon. And it's what has happened. He's ruined his reputation. For me, you've got man like Luis Enrique, who at PSG at that time, they weren't this PSG. There was turmoil going on. Kolo Muani was still there, trying to get a lot out. Cavastrella still weren't there. You could have gone there. You got Nagelsmann, who's at the Germany job. He might even be available at the end of this at the end of the season because the World Cup. You had when we got Arteta, I wanted Ancelotti because he was available. He was actually available, and he went to Everton. And obviously, he didn't have the best of time at Everton, but that can happen with jobs. Yeah, he's proven. He went back to Real Madrid when they was in the shits. Yeah. Elevated them to back where they were.
But this is a prime example. We're talking about coaches here. But most of the time we talk, Amarin is another example. We give them 6 months. Oh, he's not doing a good job. You should be out. Get the sack. Arteta's been how long? 5 years? 6 years at the start. And now you're seeing a bit like the Vergi, the long Wengers. They're coming in, few years, put their things across, their project across, and then you're starting to see the end results. And if Arsenal win the league, that project has worked perfectly well. We always say, after 1 year, let's get the sack. It doesn't work. It proves a point. It doesn't work because 3 years ago, 4 years ago, everybody wanted Arteta out. Now you're seeing the fruits of his long-term project.
To that theme, Mark, I remember going to Arteta's press conference when he got the job. It was Christmas, wasn't it? Just before Christmas, 6 years ago. It was a Friday. They were late because he was coming up from Manchester. He'd been at Man City, obviously coaching. And the thing didn't start till 7 o'clock. And I remember we all sat around with him afterwards, like you do after the main press conference. And he sat there and he told us what he would deliver and what he would try and do. And I remember it because apart from the trophy part, which is obviously important, he's done all of it. He sat there, he talked about culture, he talked about hard work, he talked about, believing in the badge, blah, blah, blah. He talked about environment. And because if you remember, I'm sure you do remember, you just got humped by City the previous weekend, hadn't you? And he'd been on the City bench with Pep, watching this Arsenal team get turned over. A week later, he was in charge. And he said that day, yeah, I saw things from the other bench on the weekend that I need to fix. And he talked about the fundamentals. And he has fixed it. And I know he's your mate because we talked about it before the show started. But he got rid of Aubameyang and he got rid of Lacazette and he got rid of Ozil and he sorted out the things that Emery previously hadn't had the courage to sort out, and which the back end of the Wenger years had put in motion. That softness to Arsenal that I think everybody saw. Arteta saw it, said he'd get rid of it, and he has got rid of it.
I don't think Emery got the backing though. When you talk about Emery,
didn't get time for sure.
Because he didn't get time. He didn't get the backing. He wanted Zaha. They gave him Pepe. There was things that he wanted. They didn't do. They sprung Lichtsteiner on him. Socrates was actually. I like Socrates. Like he was just had no pace. But reading of the game, dual winner, good in the air, experience. He had that relationship with Abba. I was fine. He had donkeys at Mustafi and these man. He kind of, you know what I mean? He was set up to fail, in my opinion. I think if Emery had the backing Arteta had, we have a Premier League by now.
Do you know what I mean, though?
And that's the God's honest truth. Well. Because if you put Emery in one of those seasons where we were leading, I think the experience of Emery, he will maneuver that much better because Arteta couldn't get the best out of Aubameyang, but Emery had Aubameyang winning golden boots. Emery had Aubameyang and Lacazette both firing. Both on 15 plus goals. Whereas he couldn't really get a tune out of Aubameyang. He got a tune out of him for the 6 months in lockdown when he carried us to the FA Cup. Let's say it as it is. He carried us to the FA Cup. 2 goals in the semi-final. 2 goals in the final. That's Obama blood clot Yang. That's a captain. That's a leader. He deserved...
Obama what?
Obama blood clot Yang. You understand? He deserved the pay rise. He deserved the captaincy. Yeah. But then we know what happened behind the scenes with his family and whatnot. And... it's Arteta's man management where I think why that relationship went left.
You actually think that Arsenal would have won a Premier League under Emery?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. If Emery had the time and the backing that Arteta has, Emery would have won the Premier League.
Don't you think it was a job? I'm going to say a job.
Because he was also disrespected. His English weren't well. Yeah. The whole good evening thing. The journalists take the piss out of him. I even got told that some of the players would like kind of laugh at him when he's doing team talks.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Because it's...
Well, that's fundamental, though, mate. I think it was.
But then you look at Villa.
Go on.
But I think that was a job too soon for him in England.
Yeah,
in England, because of the things that you just mentioned. Yeah, it was unfair for the media to lampoon him over his poor English, but that poor English was killing him in the dressing room and on the coaching field as well. I just think that he needed to go away. Villarreal, wasn't it? develop, and then come back. And now he's shown as the manager.
But it was also
that he
difficult
is.
because whoever came in after Wenger
that's awful.
Yeah.
was
There's always a bad
it's like Fergie with David Moyes. It was always, even Klopp Klopp got lucky. This was happening to Liverpool should have happened last year with Klopp leaving. That's what we all foresaw. Not a year later where the fall off is.
So let me reframe it then. So if Arteta doesn't win the league this year, what will you be saying on Troopz TV?
Go back for Emery.
I've already I'm not Arteta in.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Like I'm still Arteta out.
Why?
Because the job's not done. Our football is about winning trophies. We've been here for 6 years. You spent over £1 billion.
Is that the last time you won a trophy? 6 years ago?
It was the FA Cup.
And it was the FA Cup, and that was nothing to do with you. That was Emery's squad. A squad that was called toxic, not good enough to do nothing, but they could get over the line. Do you know what I mean?
So the culture might be good now, but they're not winning it.
Exactly. Unless you put your medals on the table. That's what I was always told. And when Saka's like, what's Saka put in there? Dust. Yeah. He deserves a Premier League. Declan Rice, these men deserve it. But the only thing that stops me from thinking Arsenal can win the league is Arteta. I look at my team, I see no weaknesses. I look at the squad, I see no weaknesses.
But he's built it.
But this year as well, Berta coming in has game changed everything. Because if this was Edu, with this don't win window don't happen. We've seen that clown. When he was released from Brazil and we took him, Brazilian people were messaging me, Troopz, God help you. We're partying in Brazil. We are partying in Brazil. And this man has left the national team. We are good luck. Wow. Good luck. Look at him at Forest. Look at him at Forest, bro.
What did he do?
Don Berta.
What did he do at Arsenal?
He did nothing. He made absolute ridiculous decisions. The wages he put the players on, the signings he made, Willian, all of these bum signings, bro. Big money sign, 35 million on Fabio Vieira, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
When McAllister's going from Brighton for less money, am I a clown? Nah, bruv. Look at Don Berta. Came in, the Nkapie deal. They did not want to get rid of Nkapie. He said, bro, we're, okay, cool, watch. I'm going to come back in 5 days. Yeah. 5 days later, hello? Nkapie is at Arsenal. And he got the deal he wanted. 1 year loan, then we'll pay you. This man is that's why I call him Don. Eze, injury, Havertz, bang.
When Spurs nearly had them as well.
We're not sitting on this. Nah. Eberiche, yo, come Arsenal. Arteta even said it. Berta played a big role in getting Eze over the line. Gyökeres. It was all Sesko. We don't need Sesko.
Well, let's see what
happens. We got 5-6 Sesko.
Let's see what happens with Gyökeres.
Gyökeres is a bad boy. And the problem with Gyökeres is we're not playing to his style. You're not... A team... Gyökeres is a player where he needs that ball over the top. He wants it over the top. No one plays the ball over the top. Only 2 players that play the ball over the top, Eze and Zubimendi. Arsenal to go forward, we go wide to go forward. We don't play through the lines. We don't play... You understand? Penetrating football, it's always wide to go forward, get crosses in.
So why would
he needs to adapt his game?
So why would a team that plays like that, going wide to go forward and also excels at set pieces, not be suitable for a centre forward who last time I looked at him is about 6'2"?
Because that's not his style of game. When you look at him, he doesn't score goals in the air. When you look at him in Lisbon, his game is on the last man, playing that ball, playing that football. If you're not playing that football, you can't get him into the game. If he's not getting the ball, it's not like he's missing chances week in, week out.
No.
He's not getting chances. He's not getting the ball. He's working off scraps.
Are Chelsea a threat to Arsenal then, do you think? No. What do you reckon, Mark?
The threat's still Man City.
Is it still City? Or
it's interesting because we wouldn't have said City earlier. I think City are becoming stronger and stronger. Yeah. And I think that when we saw Liverpool drop away, because Liverpool were the favourites, weren't they, at the start of the season? Let's be honest. When they signed Isak, everybody said, but then we said on this podcast, if they signed Eze, Arsenal would be there and thereabouts, and that's what's happened.
That's what's happened, yeah.
City, everybody said, you know what, it depends because he's gone through
4 last night, right?
But he's gone through a whole thing, hasn't he? He's gone through a restructure, and everybody said, and I said, if Guardiola wins the title in Man City, this is the biggest ever achievement. His biggest ever achievement, to bring this Man City team forward with a really strong Arsenal team. It would be a huge achievement. But you know what? I think it's Arsenal's to lose because they've got more consistency over everybody else. Everybody else seems to be beating each other. And that's why I think that point, secretly, is a huge point because they're not losing against the big sides.
Yeah. It's only the Liverpool game and it was a worldy free kick. And literally, we didn't play.
Game.
We didn't play.
Yeah. That was in the start of the season.
We didn't play. I don't know, like, it's... we do it in away games. Like even at United, we got the win, but we didn't play.
Yeah,
He sets us like. I know we've got this PTSD going to away games and losing 5-1 at Bayern Munich and losing 6-3 at City and 5-6-0 at Chelsea and all of this. But at that time, our defence wasn't strong enough, wasn't capable enough to look after themselves.
Do you think that's
now it is where I'm like, yo, there's enough there. You got Zubi there, you got Rice there, you got the protection, you got probably the best centre-back partnership in Europe right now. Got top goalkeeper, top right back. Calafiori's fit now, and you're seeing what he's capable of doing. You have what it needs to let them off the leash, to take the handbrake off. And
do you think there's a hangover from 3 years ago? Because that was what 8 points City were behind, weren't they? Yeah. They came back, won by 2 points. Yeah. You can see the momentum building. Do you think Arsenal are psychologically stronger than they were 3 seasons ago? Because that was a nosebleed, wasn't it?
I think we are, because it is a complete different side as well. And that was like their first title race. Like none of them had experienced that. Ramsdale, Saliba's first season, Jesus' first season, Saka's first season, like the peak. A lot of them were just, it was like it was kind of like, you remember back in the day, like you'd have that team that would like be up there until like March and then they drop. Like, I remember Ipswich being up there.
Newcastle.
Yeah. I was going to say Newcastle.
Sorry?
I will love it.
I will love it.
Like you'd always have like that and then they drop like.
My only worry, Arsenal will be looking over their shoulder with that juggernaut behind them. And that, it could happen January, February, where their weakest point, Arsenal's always weakest stage of the season is after Christmas. And I think Arsenal in a relaxed way would win the league easily. I just think if City are still hanging around, will the nerves get in to get it over the line, where City have got so much experience of winning it?
Well, you got to remember,
and the management side of it.
I'm not really disagreeing with you. You got to remember, there's a lot of inexperience in. Don't talk about the City team like it was last year.
No.
This is a City team with a lot of players in it who haven't won a Premier League all of a sudden.
But there's still some experience in there. Your Foden's in your
Pep to be there.
I think he's loving it.
Yeah,
I think he's secretly loving it because the pressure's off.
Sitting in the wing mirrors. It's like almost on you go then, Arteta.
He'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
He's tailing him.
Yeah, he is.
He's tailing him a bit
like that.
Occasionally flashing his lights.
Like, yo, speed up a little bit. Slow down, bro. Speed up, bro. You know what I mean? 70 speed limit, right? You're doing 55.
I don't know how you feel about stats, but Opta, the supercomputer, says that Arsenal have got a 79% chance of winning the league.
Bro, we probably had a 100% chance in 2022, bro. You know what I mean? Where'd that end up, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in none of that.
But if you flip it, you could just say they've got a 21% chance of not winning it.
Not winning it.
Sounds quite scary.
I'm looking at the 21%.
Right, let's move across North London, right? Because Troopz, I stuck my reputation on the line and said that Spurs will finish 5th after finishing 17th. And it was looking good. It was looking all right, wasn't it, for a wee while there?
For the first 2 weeks.
I was already getting pretty smug about it. I mean, the away form's better than the home form, but the record's dreadful at home. What's that? What did we say it was? It's poor. It's a poor record.
I think it's 2 wins or something.
3 home games in the last 22 at the Spurs Stadium they've won.
Yeah, see?
So that's pretty dreadful.
Yeah.
And also we were talking, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there tends to be a bit of a pattern with Spurs managers having a pop at the fans and then getting sacked. Yeah. I mean, it has happened, and Conte did it. There was definitely a bit of Postecoglou doing it. Nuno did it, didn't he? Mourinho definitely did it.
Mourinho was on them.
And Frank's just started to criticise the fans for getting some of the players back. So as a man sitting across in the North London divide, what do you see the future for Thomas Frank? How do you see that's going to play out?
I feel sorry for him. Because I actually think he's a decent manager. I think he done well at Brentford. Even with losing Tony, you thought kind of, okay, cool, this is where Brentford hit a brick wall. But then the level that he got out of Wisa and Mbumo last season was ridiculous. So I was kind of worried when he went to Tottenham. I was kind of like, oh, this might be the one that kind of gets them back in the conversation. Not winning, because they don't do that. 17 years, 1 trophy, you know what I mean? Like, have your little...
Hinted.
Literally, come on, man. They won the European Cup with stabilisers. What we doing here, man? You know what I mean? I'm not into that, bruv. 2-wheeler thing, you get me? But
Arsenal got loads of European trophies, haven't they?
Yeah, we won 94, you know what I mean?
How old were you in 94?
I was 8. You know what I mean? I was 8, man. So, but Tottenham, I think it's more the players.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Frank. I think Frank is a decent manager. I just think the players, the whole philosophy around Tottenham, I just think it stinks. I think whoever goes in there Tottenham, I don't know. They think they're better than what they are.
Let me tell you his
the
quote.
fans always think like they're.
He said, fans booing during the Fulham game can't be real Tottenham fans, and that Spurs haven't done enough to deserve having big expectations. I mean, that's punchy stuff from a manager to talk about his own fans, isn't it?
Especially after you just got piped 4-1 in the North London derby. You know what I mean? You need to be kind of...
That was a hiding, wasn't it?
Yeah, you need to be kind of grovelling to the fans.
And Olays as well. There were Olays.
In like the 70th minute, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. Was that one of the most enjoyable North London derbies for you, actually? Because it was built up as being closer than it ended up being.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a murder.
Did you?
Yeah.
Seen some better ones than that over
Yeah, like I think like the 5-2, the first one.
He was refereeing in the... Were you not refereeing?
I remember refereeing one at the White Hart Lane, and Van Persie scored. Was it the third? Was it 3-1 you won?
Was it 3?
I remember a fan ran on. I'll give a free kick, and to Spurs, to Arsenal. Sorry, they played a quick one, and as they played a quick one, a fan ran on the pitch. A Tottenham fan ran on the pitch. Had to blow me whistle, stop the game. So what did Arsenal do? Put it in the mixer, scored straight off the free kick. I was like, that fan's to blame, not me.
Do you think Thomas Frank has the right to talk to the fans like that so early in his career, though? You know, what would you say to that?
Nah, like I said, like you need to be kind of grovelling to them, especially after like the North London derby beatdown. You need to be kind of getting them back on side, and then you're going at the home fans. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, and you look at the way they lost that game as well. The first 10 minutes, they was all over the place. It could have been 3-4. Like I don't know what. Like I've like. David Raya goes to the halfway line. Vicario's going to the left-hand side. I don't know what's going on with these new keepers. Like, and he could have just easily put the ball out. Like, I don't know why he's tried to go down the line. And Tottenham fans are within their right to boo.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what I think was... Sorry. What I think fundamentally wrong with Spurs now, they've got no leader around the dressing room. There's nobody leading that club. You see players walking off the pitch without even acknowledging the fans. And the coach is having to try and do it. That's not his job. No. The captain's job and the leader in that dressing room's job is to get them back out and at least acknowledge the fans. It feels fundamentally that there's nobody inside that dressing room that anybody trusts.
I think got a point, you know.
Yeah, if you take... I suppose
no Kane, no Son. Last year they had Son. He could... Now it's like, who's there now? Madison's injured. He's probably the only one.
If you take Kane, Son, Lloris... And then even going further back, the likes of Jongan and Alderweireld out of that squad, then yeah, you're right, there's your leaders gone. I think, in fact, you know what, I couldn't even tell you who the captain of Tottenham is, which is embarrassing. I should know the captain.
Right now, I think it's... I
really should know. It might even be Van der Ven, but I don't know.
Van der Ven wasn't playing last night.
Anyway.
Is it Romero?
Romero's captain.
Right.
Romero was captain last night.
So, he was captain against Newcastle.
Scored 2 good goals.
Oh, by the way, can I...
That second one, what was going on?
Guys,
we'll come to that.
Could have been a pen.
So obviously we're sitting here on a Wednesday morning. I got on the train from Manchester this morning, seeing all the fuss about this scrappy overhead kick, which I hadn't seen, the Romero one. Put it on my phone. It's a really good piece of skill. I'm sorry, that ball is dropping from the moon. Yeah. And he's not made like the perfect contact.
Yeah, I'm looking at Ramsdale.
So was by
it's not Ramsdale's fault.
It's
not Ramsdale's fault.
The defenders.
It's I think it's Chow's. What he tried, he goes to clear it. Yeah. The ball comes through him because I think he fouls. I think there could be a penalty kick just before it. Yeah. I think Tottenham would have got a penalty if it wasn't going in. So there was a foul manhandling at the corner, and I think Chow hasn't got his bearings when he gets up. Yeah. So it went in slow motion, didn't it? Ramsdale was blindfolded. He couldn't see it. And last minute, he throws his body, which it was in the corner anyways. But it went. The defender should have cleared that.
Back to Thomas Frank. What we'll say is, I think, and we said this at the start of the season when he got the switch. I'm with YouTube. I think he's a very, very good. He's got a good record. He's earned a chance at a big club. But nobody knows. Look at Graham Potter at Chelsea. Nobody knows. When a manager goes from a medium-sized club, or in Brentford's case, a small Premier League club, to a really big one, no one knows how they'll cope in terms of the scrutiny, etc., the number of media things you have to do, okay? And Frank, at the moment, he's at Brentford. Everything that Thomas Frank does at Brentford, all you get is gratitude. Every game you win, it's a bonus.
There's no pressure.
Every point you get is a bonus. Every place high up the league is a bonus. It's gratitude. You go to Tottenham, it's expectation. Mm-hmm. You win a game, thanks very much, that's what you're here for. Mm-hmm. You score a goal, well, thanks, that's what you're here for. When's the next one coming? And that shift is massive. And I remember sitting in the press room at the Emirates after the North London derby, waiting for Thomas Frank to come in and do his post-match press conference. It's a massive room, that auditorium at the Emirates.
Yeah,
press conference.
That's one at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, and he comes in and he sits down and he's having to explain away a 4-1 defeat. And all of a sudden I thought, blimey, Thomas Frank all of a sudden looks like a very small man in a very big room. And that's what pressure can do. And at the moment, what he's not realised is that certain things you can say as Brentford manager that you cannot.
So hold on, right? It's interesting.
You cannot say as Tottenham manager.
No problem with big expectations if you've also earned the right to really compete for those big expectations. I think it's fair to say we haven't done that.
That's what I said. That Tottenham fans think that they're better than what they are. Yeah. They even the style of football that they play now. At Brentford, you can get away with it. Tottenham, one thing I'll give them is they play football. They're not defensive. They all go gung ho. They will play.
I didn't say that the other night against Newcastle. They were awful.
I think that's down to Frank. He's brought his playing style from Brentford to Tottenham,
Spurs fans are obsessed with that, aren't they? Exciting football.
Yeah, Tottenham. Because my family's Tottenham. It sounds mad to you. My whole family's Tottenham. My wife's family's Tottenham. The only Arsenal fans are me, my mum, and my 2 sons. That's it. It's Derby Day last week was crazy. No one's answering their phones. I was lucky to get dinner. I love that. I stepped on the sofa. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm on the sofa. Fun. Anyway, it was worth it. It was worth it. But they always talked to me when I was younger. When Arsenal used to play 1-0 to the Arsenal. You lot can't play football like Tottenham. Look how we play football. Through the lines. So they've always had this thing about them that they play expansive football. With Frank, it's just defensive. You can get away with that at Brentford. Yeah. You can't really get away with that at Tottenham.
Do you know what their XG was at half-time against Fulham?
0 or something, isn't it? I swear it was
against
ridiculous.
Fulham. 0.01, which basically means
you're not going to score.
Old people like me, you've got a 1% chance of scoring a goal at home against Fulham. That's a problem.
That is a big problem.
Do you remember when he started at Brentford, though? He lost 8 of his first 10 games. People seem to forget that. Yeah. So maybe it's just a slow start.
Gordon, I wrote a column yesterday, and I wrote, let a builder build. He's a builder, let him build. But while he's doing it, he can't be saying some of the things.
Can't be lashing out.
He's got to, like the Vicario thing. It is wrong that Vicario has been booed by his own supporters during a game. He made a save in the last minute of the Europa League final, by the way, that got Tottenham over the line, okay? So don't boo a player. What Frank should have said was, understand the crowd frustrations, we've not played well. All I would say is if you're going to boo the players, leave it till after the game. Yeah. That's all he's got to say. He's okay.
Can I play devil's advocate for a second?
I don't think he needs to even say that. I think he just needs to put his arm round Vicario at the end of the game and try and put it right on the training ground. But he's been asked. They were awful against Fulham. Mark, you know what I mean? Don't blame the fans, and the fans are entitled to boo.
He's being asked about it, though. He's asked on TV, what do you think of the fans?
I think he says the fans are right to boo.
Even the way he asked, he could have said, I don't agree with it, but they're entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
Done. The fans would have said, cool, that's the answer we want.
But sometimes
but we're cool with it.
But sometimes you've got to say it in the right way. Man management, Arteta, wasn't happy on Sunday. And he's protected the players. You can protect the players in a clever way and say, you know what, Vicario, I'm going to put my arm around you. You're going to play against Newcastle. I know you're going to die for us. I know you're going to have the game of your life. And he didn't do much wrong last night.
No, he didn't.
The other night. So you can do it in a different way. But you could have said, you know what, to the fans, you're entitled to your opinion. Yeah. You know, let's judge us over the next few months. Even buy yourself some time.
Even Wenger, I'm sure you lot probably asked him, what do you think about the banners? What do you think about the plane? What do you think about the fans? What do you think about Arsenal Fan TV? Yeah. And when he would just say, well, you know, the fans are entitled to their opinion. It's up to them, you know. And we would be like, that's what we want from you. Yeah, we want you out, but you're still showing that respect where you know we're entitled to, we're match-going fans, we're entitled to our opinion. There's a way to...
Do you know what?
My mum always said to me as a kid, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And how he said it, man ain't real Tottenham fans. What, are you mad?
Yeah.
That's what a fan would say on Twitter. Not like a manager in a press conference. That's crazy.
I love the way Troopz called you lot, right? When
he's right.
The most vociferous abusers of any football thing are YouTuber boys now.
No, it's these, man. It's these, man. I'm telling you, man.
I love it. Do you know, there's another way to look at this, right? And I don't know if this is fair or not, but when you see the prices charged for football now, right? If you are paying over £1,000 for a season ticket, and you're a Spurs fan, I think you've got a better right to boo, haven't you? Do you know, it's genuinely a lot of money, isn't it? Even the cheapest tickets are the most expensive.
They were lampooning him, though, weren't they? They gave him the sarcastic cheer when he caught a ball.
Yeah, that was bad.
The game's going on. The game's still going on.
Here's a question, Martin. It's the same for you. Can you think of a time where a manager's turned that kind of tide of negativity I can think of a play. Harry Maguire's turned it round.
Yeah.
But I can't think of a manager when that language goes in that direction to turn it back so hard. Do you know what I mean?
The only way you're ever going to get it back is one way, isn't it?
Winning. You got to win a trophy.
No, first of all, they've got to win games.
Yeah, games.
Let and get some confidence back and get the home win. Because everybody's forgetting what they've done on the road. They've done all right on the road. It's just their home record is poor.
Turned the tide.
Yeah.
How did they do it? Winning.
Went to see.
They wanted his head on a stick. When we beat them 2-0 at Emirates, they were what? What did they want a stick?
But you've got if you look at that Tottenham side now, there's no goal score. I can't see. Yeah,
the centre forwards
like Romero gets the 2 goals against Newcastle.
Injured, Madison's injured, Kulusevski's injured. There's goals.
Yeah, but Madison's not going to score you 20 goals a season.
Yeah, Mads ain't getting you 20.
I don't know if you find this true. Arteta, I'm not saying he does it on purpose. Arteta has one trick up his sleeve when he's under pressure. When he's struggling, he speaks faster. And when he speaks faster, that his accent, his heavy accent, and his English makes him harder and harder.
Don't go down the Unai Emery line again
understand.
Here, picking up his language.
No, there's nothing wrong with his English, but he speaks faster and faster, which makes it harder to pick up exactly what he's saying, which makes it harder to continue to poke him.
Yeah, it's a good point. That very good point.
You'd be like, well, yeah.
What a technique!
And you start moving like.
And in the end, he just think, I've stopped this.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm going to try that with my wife.
Well, when you're next due to see it,
lives in a different country from.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, before we get back into football chat, we're in partnership with Wix Trade Pro, and honestly, if you're a tradesperson listening, this is one you want to hear.
Aye, because Wix Trade Pro is here to save you time and money. Save 10% every time you shop in-store or online. No minimum spend, no faff, just proper savings.
Wix know that tool theft can have a devastating impact on you, your life and your livelihood. And since prevention is always better than a cure, let's start there. They've just launched something genuinely smart with Deter Tech. It's called Smart Water, award-winning forensic marking technology that helps combat tool theft. Basically, mark your gear and it becomes traceable and recoverable if it's ever nicked.
Amazing. Anyway, 3 steps. 1, mark your tools with the applicator and solution. 2, stick the deterrent signage up. And 3, register it so anything nicked can be identified.
Simple, effective, and gives you peace of mind, which is more than Mark ever gave Premier League managers.
Unbelievable. Download the Wix Trade Pro app to sign up today.
The good, the bad, and the barmy, right? We were going to talk about a decision in the Wolves game, but we're going to talk about... It was the Aston Villa game, wasn't it? Yeah. But we're going to talk about a different one because last night...
Before we move quick, was that Dan Burn a penalty?
That's what we're going to talk about.
Oh, that's the one. I thought we
we're going to change it. No, we're going to do Dan Burn because I was watching the game last night. Jamie Redknapp went bananas afterwards saying it's not a penalty, right? So first of all, good, bad, or barmy, the decision for Dan Burn when he was all over the defender.
Bentancur. It's bad. And why I'm saying it's bad is I'm getting fed up of VAR dictating the game. I think the referees saw something.
It wasn't given on the field, was it?
It wasn't given on the field. The referee didn't give it. It's a poor decision for the VAR to send the referee to the on-field monitor because what the VAR's cleverly done, showed him some angles where the defender's not looking at the ball. But actually, if you see it, Dan Burn is all over the Tottenham defender. And also, they're both holding each other. They both go down. And that's a great example. Without technology, get up. And everybody accepts
You're
it.
You're both at it.
So for me, I am fed up of VAR talking about this high level of intervention 1 week, and another week it's bullshit because they go hiding. I'm fed up also of listening to referees speak after the decision as well. They press the button and they go, I have given a red card for serious foul play.
It's Americanizing it.
Yeah. It's serious foul play because Caicedo's, he's gone over the top of the ball with his studs. He's caught the player above the ankle. Therefore, it's a red card. Talk with some clarity so people can understand.
Yeah.
If somebody told me that's a penalty last night, then thank God I'm not refereeing anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Because the game has gone.
Yeah.
If they're wanting to whistle in VAR to dictate down Stockley Park decisions like that, then I'm sure now if I'm a coach and I'm watching that, I'm going to coach into my team again.
He's bang
more
on.
and more tactics.
He's bang on.
Good point. Ian, what do you think?
Yeah, Mark, that phrase, high bar for intervention, that's the one. It's as simple as that. Howard Webb keeps saying, start of every season, we're not going to intervene as much this time.
That isn't
and they don't stick to it.
They're intervening more.
It's managed. That's referee in the game via VAR.
But the referee, just because he's going to the screen, doesn't have to change his decision. To me, it's like every time they go to the screen, what are they telling? What's VAR telling him?
Yeah.
Like for me, when VAR intervenes, they're supposed to be like, okay, cool. I think you might have missed something. Go have a look. But when I think they're saying, yo, that's a penalty. You was wrong. Look at this angle here. I'm going to show you where. Because I haven't seen a lot of. Minimal I've seen go and stand by their decision. It always gets turned over.
I think it's a big one in favour of Arsenal fans, though, isn't it? If I was an Arsenal fan, I think good, because you're going to get more decisions based on you're brilliant in set pieces, I think, and wrestling up. You're going to get penalties.
But you're taking you're killing the game, kind of. I don't want the game to die.
Even if it helps you win the league.
You'll do anything.
I think it helps.
Yeah, of course, man. But just a quick point on what you've just said.
Yeah.
What's interesting, we've had 2 decisions over the weekend. One, the referee didn't take the decision. Wolves, Aston Villa. He decided to go against the VAR. Interesting. The referee was a very experienced FIFA referee. The VAR was a very inexperienced Football League referee stroke VAR.
Stockley Park.
Very inexperienced. The opposite side last night, the referee was very inexperienced with an experienced VAR. One takes it because it's an inexperienced referee taking the experienced VAR. The opposite side, the experienced referee goes, nah, I'm not having that. And I would prefer what was said is saying, you know what, have a look at it and give us it in real time. Give us it from different angles. Because why should a VAR, an experienced VAR, dictate to a young referee, inexperienced referee, to force him because he's practically being forced?
Yeah, you're being put under the spotlight now.
Yeah.
The referees have got to be braver at the screen for sure. I agree with that. We've talked about that before, haven't we? But also taking you back to something you said at the start, Mark, which does irritate me, blocking at all this kind of melee that takes place at corners. Why are defenders not looking at the ball? Okay, and Bentancur, although I agree with you, it wasn't a penalty
because
for
it's
me.
Dan Burn and he's 6'8".
But Bentancur,
Ain't no one bringing him down.
Bentancur
He's got a point.
Isn't looking at the ball, right? So if you're not looking at the ball as a defender, what are you looking at, and why are you looking there?
Because it's Dan Burn,
right?
As a player,
it's not. It's coach, it's coach now.
Mate, I was talking to. I was with Mick
space.
McCarthy a couple of weeks ago. Okay, chatting to Mick about it. Former central defender, obviously. Most people remember him as a manager, but he was a centre half and played for Republic of Ireland. And I said to him, Mick, when you were defending a corner, what was first and foremost in your mind? He said, watch the ball and make sure that I get to it before the bloke that I'm marking. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, why are we now in this world where watching the ball seems to be almost a secondary part of it? They're so obsessed with grappling with each other and blocking each other. So that's where I have a little less sympathy. But I am with you. It wasn't a penalty.
I like that idea, what Mick McCarthy said. My only worry now with the modern game is and analysing it, what teams are doing is they're going in clusters. And when you go in a cluster, Arsenal are very clever at it.
Yeah, we do back
when they go in a cluster, they block. So when you're looking at the ball and you don't know what's around with you, and you get a touch off an attacker going into that space, and that's why I get why they defend the space, because they would rather defend. If I'm watching you, I'm defending the space and you, not the ball, because if you're going to the ball, I'll just follow you. and try
Bentancur has his back to the ball. It
is and it isn't, but the ball's going. I don't even know if the ball's going to Dan Burn.
Nah, it wasn't.
No, near post.
It was near. It was literally near.
And that's why it's a more bigger surprise.
Yeah.
I just think, we'll go into these decisions week in, week out. Let's finalise it. Let's summarise it. Howard Webb at the start of the season said, that's why I said bad, he said there's a high level of intervention.
And that is it.
Why is the VAR now going to this low level? That's the final.
Can I ask you one other refereeing question then, right? Because the Chalobah incident, there's a flying elbow. Yeah. Why is that not a red card?
In the Arsenal game.
Right.
In the Arsenal
so
game.
Even though you look at the injury and you think,
because you could see it, right?
He's got a lump on his face. So as a referee, you're analysing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So first of all, when you look at challenges, you certainly look at the player who's been fouled. For example, a challenge, a player has a broken leg and the foot's at a different angle. You think, well, hold on, that challenge can't be too clever.
Yeah.
So you're analysing a lot of stuff. And when you've got a mark or blood, you start questioning yourself, what really happened there? But what you've then got to do is you've got to analyse the situation. And what we look at for as referees is when players jump for the ball and you jump for elevation, we've got to accept that players will use arms to jump. You've got to accept that. So when you jump with your hands open, always, because that's what gives you the elevation. If you close your hands to jump, you won't get the elevation. So all players use a flat hand. If you go into an elbow into another player and that hand is still open, it lacks power, for one, because if you close your fist and you put your arm back, you create power. If you have your hand open, it doesn't create power. It just creates a bit of leverage, and maybe we call it using it as a tool and not a weapon. A tool is to jump for the ball. But if you close your fist, if you close that fist, you're looking for power and you've got the
so
aggression.
Guilty. You're right.
Yeah, he jumps with his fist clenched.
He's
like that, blood.
And Greg's, when
That's why my nose is like that.
I'm like that. I'll do that.
I'm like, Troopz, there's one steak bake left. I'm coming in.
Boom. I'm losing teeth.
It's interesting because I feel guilty now as having played a bit of football. I think you're right. When you jump to get up high, your hands open.
So did you look at
good
players
context,
when it was a headed battle? Would you look at the hands rather than look at the actual?
That's not just the only thing. You look at, do the player look at each other?
Yeah.
In the one at Chelsea,
He's not looking.
the Arsenal boy's not
It's
looking
the
at
ball.
it.
He's
watching the ball.
Nketiah is not even. You don't even know where Chalobah is.
But when you look at that, you've got that context. You've got also he's got an open hand. He's jumping for leverage. Therefore,
so good,
we
bad,
would
or
punish
balmy?
that with a yellow card.
Yeah, it's a good hand.
It's a good example. Yeah. But the problem was the pressure is all the Arsenal fans. Beresca, the coach, is putting pressure on the referee because they're already down to 10 players. They're trying to even the game up.
Chelsea fans.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Troopz.
It's only you come on have decided to talk refereeing, you know. Yeah.
Give me a more,
You've saved me contract, you have.
See? You can give me one now.
Now you know him, you can't criticise him. That's the problem.
You know, I never kind of...
You became mates with Aubameyang. Never give him stick again.
Nah, I did, you know. I actually did. I was cooked. If he missed the chance, the reason why he actually said to me, the reason why I actually like you, Troopz, is you will say when I should have scored.
Yeah.
He's like, my brother will be like, oh, don't worry, Abba. Yeah. He's like, nah, let me go see what Troopz said.
Yeah.
You go see. Okay, I should have scored.
Yeah.
And then he'll message me, Troopz, she was right.
Because Ian has this in every press conference he goes into.
So who's your friend? Who you pally David with?
David Platt.
That's a legend, bro. Come on, big up Platty, boy. You know what I mean?
I'll show you the messages.
Right, big up Platty, man. I swear he's City, though, innit?
I'll show you the messages.
I know it's so's Dixon.
I'll show you the messages.
Right, boys. Troopz, thanks for coming on.
Nah,
what a privilege, by the way. It's brilliant.
It was enjoyable.
It's good to meet him.
How does it feel sitting next to Voice of Greg's?
Bro, Voice of Greg's. I've got a journalist, I've got a referee. I'm loving life, blood. I made it, mum.
So happy that your Greg's deal's back just in time for Christmas.
Honestly.
What is the Christmas range at Greg's?
It's all about the festive bake. Bag some joy.
Cheese pasties with icing sugar on the top for Christmas.
It's a festive bake. It's got a bit of everything in it, isn't it?
They got to make your own little, you know what I mean? Your own little bake.
I do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't look like this if you eat Greg's.
Can if you breathe in all the time.
Or take Manjaro. Hold on. Take the Manjaro. He's also having a good trim up there. Did you see that? I'm going up. That's another reason for the missus to be suspicious.
Hey, trust me.
He's fucking having a trim up.
Put a couple pounds on.
Troopz, it's been a privilege. Thank you so much for coming on. Mark Clattenburg, always good to see you. Ian Ladyman, excellent stuff. Please email us, by the way. We'd love some correspondence because I don't know what you do about that as well. People get in touch with you, criticise what you say.
Yeah. I'll go through the comments and all that and see what they're saying, and you know what I mean. Some of them.
I'm going to drop in there now every week.
Yeah, pull up, man.
I'm in there.
I mean, the comments, the community is lit, man.
Let's get some questions.
Email us whistleblowers
at
dailymail.com. Whistleblowers at dailymail.com. Get your questions in. We'll get Troopz back as well because you said that in 6 weeks' time, measure us and where Arsenal are. Through the difficult Christmas period.
Yeah.
We'll see where they are. Whistleblowers at dailymail.com. Right, Mark, have you brought it with you?
No.
You're grateful because when he blows that Premier League whistle, it's the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's not been used for 7 years.
It's not safe.
It's like this.
Thank you very much for watching Whistleblowers. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, episodes every Thursday and Tuesday. And on a Sunday, you'll get our clip of the week.